The health problems that affect the urinary tract differ between men and women, both in the symptoms that are suffered and in the underlying causes. And before we get to know more about these problems, which will be in our next video, today let us understand how the urinary tract works. Welcome back to this channel where we talk about the basic medical information making a big difference. My name is Rebecca Morangi and this is the best place to be. Kindly give the video a like and watch the video till the end. It will just take a few minutes. Thank you so much and let's get to know more about this. From the structure, you can see this is the structure of the urinary tract. We have the two kidneys. We have the ureters, the two tubes running down to connect down here where we have the bladder. We have one bladder and we have a tube, an extension from the bladder running down, which we call the urethra. You can see there is the sphincter muscle. We are going to understand the importance of these sphincter muscles, which is actually it surrounds the bladder and then connects down here to the urethra. What is the major function of the urinary tract? This actually is a system that removes the waste chemicals and excess water from the body. That is the symbol or the major function. Many people get embarrassed by the symptoms which appear in their body. But remember, the urinary tract, or what we call the genital problems, are very common. And the doctors actually, they're used to it. That is why when you have any problem and then you go to visit the doctor, they just explain openly for you to get or for them to get the best or the effective treatment. Let's see how this urinary tract functions. From the structure, we can see the two kidneys. What is the function of the two kidneys? The function of the two kidneys is to remove the waste chemicals from the body. How? From the blood that passes through them. And mostly you get its water and the chemicals in the form of urine, which it's drained out of the kidney via the ureters. Let's go to the bladder. The bladder down here, this is the temporal storage tank for the urine. This has got flexible walls that allows it to expand as it fills. When the bladder reaches capacity, that is when we sense or we feel that there is an urge for us to go or for you to go and empty the bladder. That is the need. You feel that you want to go and urinate or you pee. And when the bladder empties the content, its walls, now these bladder walls, they contract. Or in other words, they expand, forcing the urine to move out. What is the function of the two ureters? This is where the urine travels down and empties to the bladder. The outflow is controlled by the valves that prevent urine from returning up to the ureters. We have the sphincter muscle. The sphincter muscle, on this junction, the sphincter muscle here, it governs the opening and the closing of the bladder. It's controlled by the brain, allowing us to choose the time to urinate. If you can think about this, when you feel an urge to go and empty your bladder, when you go to the washrooms, this system opens automatically because you allow it. That is why we say it's controlled by the brain. If the urine comes out without you allowing it, it means now you have got a problem, which we are going to see or to get in our next video. What is the function of this urethra? The urethra, it's a single pipe. You can see extending down here, which carries urine now from the bladder out through the genitalia. We have female and male genders, and this urethra, the male urethra is 10 inches long. In women, it's only 1 inch. So, women are much more susceptible to urinary tract infections. And in men, we have what we call the prostate. If I can try to illustrate here, for men, we have the prostate gland here. And then this urethra extends down. Let me draw it. It's longer. This is the prostate gland in men. The urethra extends longer. I've said 10 inches and connects to the penis. So, in summary, this is how the urinary tract works. Blood enters the 2 kidneys through lots of little arteries. And now the kidneys will filter the blood, separating toxins from the nutrients. And the nutrients, which are the vitamins, the minerals, the proteins, return back to your bloodstream. And then now the waste products, which is urine from your kidneys, through the ureters. Now the 2 ureters moves down to the bladder. Now the bladder serves as the temporal storage of urine and these waste products until you use the toilet. And then the urine leaves your body through the urethra. That is the summary on how the urinary tract works. So up to this point, I believe you have gotten something which will help us as we move on to learn more about the urinary tract problems or the genital problems. You'll get to connect. If I mention of the kidneys, you'll get to connect the function of the kidney. If we mention of the ureters, you'll get to know what are the function. You'll get to know that the bladder is a temporal storage of the urine or the waste product. For mention of the urethra, you'll get to understand what is the function of the urethra. And Bear in mind, we have just mentioned the function of the sphincter muscle. We are going to connect the urinary problems when your sphincter muscle becomes loose or fails to work. You will get to understand what causes that. And remember, in men, you have the prostate gland. Actually, we can label it. My pen has refused to work. We have mentioned the urethra in men, it's 10 inches long, and in women, it's just 1 inch. That is why women are more susceptible to the urinary tract problems. And some people fear when they go to see doctors or a specialist, and they fail to explain themselves to say exactly what is happening. In health, when you have a problem, you explain openly what it is. Prostate gland for men. We are going to connect this as we move on what happens when people get to old age, especially men above 60 years. This prostate gland starts to enlarge and it brings more problems. We are going to deal or to get more about this. Thank you so much for always coming back to check on this channel. I love your company. For the returning subscribers, thank you so much. And if today is your first time or you have just come across this channel, kindly consider to subscribe. Kindly share the link. For sharing the link, it shows that you are considerate. You could have helped somebody. And kindly let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.